क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero, complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Ramayana, when we talk about, think about, the secret of learning Ramayana is, I know I am not talking on Ramayana, because just now I came from Ramayana, so it is still Khumari chadi hui hai. So, the greatness of Bhagwan Rama that is shown in Ramayana is only because of Yoga Vasishta. At the age of 15 or so, he heard the Vedanta, and that is Yoga Vasishta Vedanta. And what is that? Life is a time pass. Whether you rule the world 5 years' time or you rule the world for hundreds and thousands of years, it makes no difference. Neither to the world nor to you. But we become so serious about it. And therefore, the real Rama Charitra is summarized by one word: Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. See? Leela means everything appears to be happening, but in fact, nothing is happening. See? Same way, here is our Satsanga Leela, as if everybody is hearing. Then why are you talking? Time pass. See, friends, don't make life seriously. If you have to live, live happily. Now, this boy, I don't know, he's Krishna and he's Ravana or what? The other one. Because there was a lot of work pressure on him. So when he got this mic here, मुंह खोल जरा हंस. Don't take life too seriously. There is nothing worth becoming serious. And who can do this thing? When we have clearly understood this world has always been like this. See? So don't bother about the world. Then from the world, learn. And when you start learning, then our attention is on ourselves, not on the world. So first 3 chapters of this Prashnopanishad dealt with what are the things in this world. See? That we have seen. Now the 4th student, Sauryayani Gargya, he asked this question that in this body, in this person, Kani swapanti, kani swapna, kani jagrati, katara eva deva sapnan pashyati, kase eta sukham bhavati, kasminnu sarvam sampradishtita bhavanti iti. So, our life is now analyzed by the student, who is going through the experience of waker, who is the dreamer, who is the deep sleeper, and when they are sleeping or experiencing all the faculties, where do they go? Where from they come? This is the question. So, where it is coming from? Kindly tell me. When this was said, the teacher was happy. At least there is somebody who is little bit subjective in approach. And therefore, tasmai sahovacha यथा गार्ग्य मरीचया अर्कस्य अंतस्तम अस्तं गच्छतः सर्व एतस्मिन् तेजो मंडले एकी भवन्ति. Like we have seen this yesterday, I am just summarizing. Like the sun, when it sets, all the rays go back in the same manner. All the rays of Jnanendriyas, Karmendriya, Manabuddhi, Chitta, Ahankar, all of them are coming out of the mind and they function in this world. And when the deep sleep or samadhi happens, slowly, slowly everything is withdrawn. See, there was a child and he was eating bubble gum constantly. And in between, he'll bring out the bubble and again. And his mother was frustrated. Mothers are meant to be frustrated. So that is their mistake. Why they produce? So his mother asked me, Swamiji, please tell him. All the time, he is eating the chewing gum and bringing out the bubble. And I feel so disgusted. I said, you are disgusted because you have not learned. You learn from him. He is your guru. What to learn from him? I said, he is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is sitting quiet, bore ho rahe, chewing gum. And then bubble comes out. The world is created. And then he gets bored of again goes back. This is how it is constantly happening. Recognize this. See? From the dream, the waking comes. Then the waking is not interested, sleep is not coming, in between is the dream. And then the deep sleep is coming and going. What is serious about anything? See? Therefore, what happens to all? They all go back. Where they go back? परे देवे मनसि एकी भवति. Then तेन तर्येण पुरुषो न श्रोति न पश्यति न जिग्रति. Therefore, he cannot have any of these experiences and he is happily. Now, what happens thereafter? All the pancha pranas. The question was, who is awake in the deep sleep? So the pancha pranas are awake. Because of that, all our body functions continue. And these pancha pranas, when the slowly withdrawal happens, then the udana vayu is a ejecting fire in the jiva. If you can imagine, this is the jiva and it is going. Suppose it has to change the direction. So from this end, the rocket will be fired. So it will turn like this thing. Exactly the same way. Udana Vayu is that Vayu which ejects the Jiva from the body. So, this Udana Vayu ejects, and where does it go then? It goes to its original source. Now be attentive. The divine is experienced by us in two experiences. Only problem is we do not know, we do not recognize this is that. So what are the experiences? Number one, when we want something to eat or to have something and with great difficulty you get it, I'm so happy. Now ignorant people and wise people, what is the difference? See? Now the ignorant person thinks that he is happy because he got the sweet that he wanted to eat, and therefore happiness has come from the sweet. The sweet is the source of happiness. This is the understanding of an ignorant person. But a wise person He has a different understanding. He knows, I am the source of happiness. Because of my desire for a particular object to indulge, because of that desire, the desire was covering my divine bliss. And therefore, we were struggling in blisters and we were miserable. And when the desire is fulfilled, all those agitations are quietened and inherent bliss comes out. He who knows this, he is wise. He who doesn't know this, he is a samsari. See, samsari means, healthy, nice, intelligent boy. One day thought, let me catch some sari, meaning get married. And he became a samsari thereafter throughout life. Therefore, friends, don't seek happiness, discover happiness. Wise people live in the same world, no difference. The happiness comes from within. That is our source. Therefore, emam yajman ahar ahar brahma gamayati. So this mind goes back to the absolute self where from it has come. Now, after this is said, then what happens? Now, the waking is over. Deep sleep is not yet begun. So, in between stage. What happens? Atrayeva devaha swapne mahimanam anubhavati yad drishtam adrishtam anupashyati shrutam ashrutam eva anushranoti deshadi gatam cha pratyanubhutam punah punah anubhavati drishtam cha adrishtam cha shrutam cha ashrutam cha anubhutam cha ananubhutam cha satcha asatcha sarvam pashyati sarva pashyati. So whatever were the experiences in the daytime, waking experiences, they are all in the form of impressions on the mind. This point I had told you earlier. I am so happy because you forget. So I'll tell you again. Where I got a click of it. See? Now do this experiment if you can do. Focus your attention on any bright light if you have got somewhere. And now close your eyes. You will see that bright light. Now open your eyes. Though that bright light has gone, you are seeing all these things. This I experienced in UK, England. Somewhere in somebody's house, when I was sleeping at night, they gave me some books to read before sleeping. And when I wanted to switch off the light, I could not see the switch where it is. So I had to look behind. And the light like this was so bright, it went into my eyes as if. And then I lied down to sleep. When I slept, that bright light was still seen in my eyes. Then I opened the eyes, the street lights are seen. That was the experience of Eureka. The one who is experiencing through the sense organs and the external object, and the one who is experiencing the impressions on the mind, he is one. They are not two. But what happens? We get involved beyond requirement with the waking experiences and we become the waker. We get involved or influenced by the dream experiences and become the dreamer. And as a result, this waker and the dreamer, they hide our divine nature. What is the reason? Reason is only we are seeking happiness. Don't seek happiness. See? Therefore, Atraisha Devaha, the same mind. On this mind, whether impressions are coming because of the objects outside, or on the same mind, there are impressions which are imprinted already, earlier impressions. Both of them are eliminated by the same reality. But we are so much involved in these mind experiences that we cannot go beyond it, and therefore he is going through these two kinds of experiences, waking and the dream. Now, he who is able to go through these two experiences, waking and dream, be attentive, waking and dream, without becoming a waker and a dreamer, you have learnt everything. Experience without an experiencer. Don't try to understand. The moment you will understand, you will make a concept. Intelligent people suffer because they cannot give up the habit of conceptualization. In one university, after my talk was over, that professor in US said, "Mr. Swami, you presented the concepts very well." I said, "Dear, I did not talk concepts. You are a professor is a concept. You are successful is a concept. You are American is a concept. But you are is not a concept. Concepts are subject to modification and change." See? Before marriage, I am single. After marriage, I am double. After divorce, again I am single. Again married, again double, again single. Man is the same Beowulf. On him, so many husbands are superimposed. So when the divorce happens, where that husband has gone? In short, the manyness appearing on account of certain conditionings, that manyness is an illusion. It is not real. And these illusory personalities are suffering in this world. How can you help someone who doesn't exist? I have not forgotten. Don't sympathize. Arre, Swami, bhul gaye. Relax. See, friends, you don't have to remember. When it is said, think of God, means what? You cannot think about God. See, friends. So when you stop thinking about the world, you are thinking about God. When you stop experiencing the world, you are experiencing God. The more you become aware of this, therefore, sa tada tejasa abhibhutaha bhavati esha devaha swapnan na pashyati tasmin etas sharire etas sukham bhavati. Now, in the dream also, this mind is going through good and bad experiences, and from there also, he ejects out. See, this you can see in your own house. The children, when they go to sleep, they want their doll with them. They hold it and sleep it. So till they are not in deep sleep, they will be holding on. If you want to pull it, no, don't take it again, sleep. And once they are really in deep sleep, everything is dropped. Exactly the same way we go through these stages. Waking stage, then slowly we withdraw. If there is no 100% withdrawal, then the dream begins. See? And both the things, waking experiences and the dream, they are happening only to the mind, not to the body. The day you will digest this principle, your whole approach to life will change. See? Nothing happens to body. See? Therefore, what is the spiritual practice? Mind your mind. Take care. So, sa tada yada tejasa abhibhuto bhavati atraiva devaha swapnan na pashyati. So, when the udana vayu or the tejas has become overpowering, then the dreams also disappear. And then tada etasmin sharire etat sukham bhavati. Meaning what? Now, this mind even stops seeing the dreams. So, mind is the dreamer, mind is the dream, and mind is the dream experience. Three. Waking experience is predominantly buddhi pradhan, where logic and reason is prominent. Dream is manas pradhan, mind prominent, imagination and fantasies. And sushupti, deep sleep, is ahankara pradhan. Ahankar doesn't mean ego. Ahankar means that aspect of the inner instrument, antakaran, because of which the five elements remain integrated and they do not leave the body and the body doesn't become disintegrated. That principle, because of which the body and the life principle is maintained, that principle is called as ahankar. Mana buddhi chitta ahankar. And because of that ahankar, all our faculties function in the body. And the samadhi is chitta pradhan. Therefore, if somebody just before going to samadhi, he tells his disciple, "Hey, get me a cup of coffee," and he gets into samadhi, deep samadhi, suddenly. And then he wakes up out of the samadhi, maybe after 6 months. First question he will ask, "Coffee kahan hai?" Because that was the last thought. See, friends. So all the four experiences, waking, dream, deep sleep, and samadhi, they are happening to the mind, not to the body, not to Paramatma. See? Similarly, the experiences of the father, because you are a son, experiences of the husband, because you are married, experiences of the father, because you are a useless child. Now, these three fellows, the son, the husband, and the father, nobody can help them. They are designed to be miserable. What is to be done? Play the role. Don't get rolled up in that role. See, friends, don't become emotional. If you want to walk the spiritual path, don't become emotional in life. So, स यदा तेजसा अभिभूतो भवति एष देवः स्वप्नान् न पश्यति and तदा एतस्मिन् शरीरे एतत् सुखं भवति. Then what is the sukha in the deep sleep? The sukha is because the mind is free from any thought. Thought free mind is consciousness. Shape free ice is water. Water with the shape is ice. See? Now what is the difference between the two? Water is comfortable in any container. And ice is not comfortable in any container. I want my only particular shape. In the same manner, the water, the pure conscious existence, is comfortable in the waking, dream, deep sleep, and samadhi. But the waker is not comfortable. Anywhere you take him, there is a complaint. The dreamer is not comfortable in any dream because we have solidified ourselves into a personality, dissolve. And therefore, sa yatha somya vayamsi vaso vruksham sampradishtate ha vai tat sarvam pare atmani sampradishtate. So when all the faculties are withdrawn in the mind, and then what happens to the mind? The mind goes back to the pare atmani, goes back to the pure consciousness. Don't try to remember this. If you repeat this experience, you are only conceptualizing. It is not a concept. It cannot be repeated and it cannot be lost. See? Now, if we have to maintain this experience, there are so many techniques the great teachers have told us. One of the simplest technique I'll tell you, which I follow. See? The technique is, we have to only remember this much, that whatever I do, whatever I talk, and whatever I think is known by the Lord who is seated in my heart. See? Like in a classroom, children are making noise. If somebody tells, hey, teacher is coming, everybody becomes quiet. They have not seen the teacher. Only they become aware that the teacher is coming. Exactly the same way. We don't have to know, because it can't be known. You are that. Only this much. Whatever I do, before I do, Bhagwan knows. Whatever I talk, before I talk, he hears. Whatever I think, before I think, he has already known. When we thus become aware, living in that awareness is what is called the spiritual practice. See? So, sa yatha somyas vayansi vaso vruksham sampradishtate em tasarvam pare atmani sampradishtate. In the same manner, the truth ultimately goes back to the self. See? Now, one more technique I'll tell you. Be very attentive. Look at me. There is nothing to see there. I am jealous of you. When you see here and there, I am more beautiful, handsome than any one of them. How we are the slaves of our mind. It is so important. Who has come? Are Dumbo? How does it matter who has come and gone? Even when the satsanga is going, our mind is not under our control. When you are on Chaupati, will you think about Paramatma? See? Now here itself, I give you a very simple technique. Catch those hundreds of techniques we have told you. Only simplest technique I tell you. I want to scold somebody. And anger is coming strong. But then my Maha Mantra starts ringing in my mind. See? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. So, what, no. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. What do you mean? No, dekho, suno, mat bolo. This one who is chanting, dekho, suno, mat bolo, he is Paramatma. Meaning, there are two things. One is pushing us to react. And the second is, don't. But what do we do? Shut up. And you bombard. See, very clear. Suppose the other day I was in US with my host, very old, 95, 96 years. Very nice person. Now, old people, you can do nothing with them. Only pray to the Lord. That's all. Bhagwan uthao. Was no more required. So, we finished our satsanga and we came home and he said, Swamiji, please sit with me. I said, I was already sitting in satsanga. No, now you come. Okay. Nicely, he took out the bottle and filled 2 cups, 2 glasses. Swamiji, today you had to drink with me. Now tell me, to that old man, what should I do? And problem is, I had to stay in his house. Jaun to jaun kahan? See? So I said, very good, I'll take. I said, excuse me, I have to go to washroom. Yad gatvana nivartante taddhama paramam mama. And I took the glass with me and went to the sink and threw everything, washed the glass, or rather replaced the glass and put the ice there. And hey, it was too bitter. All acting. See? Now, one way was I become angry with that old man and insult him and teach him. Other way is life is a time pass. See? Normally, what happens? We react. When you start acting, you are leading spiritual life. Therefore, Karnataka. When to do Nataka? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Like you are doing Karnataka. See, we are here in Satsanga. Who has come? Karnataka. Narayana. Therefore, evam vai tat sarvam pare atmani sampradishtate. Now, what happens? This is so beautiful. I'll read it, but it is very simple. Looks very difficult, but very simple. पृथ्वी च पृथ्वी मात्रा च आपश्चापो मात्रा च तेजस्त तेजो मात्रा च वायुश्च वायु मात्रा च आकाशश्च आकाश मात्रा च चक्षुश्च द्रष्टव्यं च श्रोतव्यं श्रोत्रं श्रोतव्यं घ्राणं च घ्रातव्यं रसश्च रसयितव्यं त्वक् च स्पर्शयितव्यं च वाक् च वक्तव्यं च हस्तौ आदातव्यं च चोपस्थं च आनन्दयितव्यं च पायुश्च विसर्जयितव्यश्च पादौ च गन्तव्यश्च मनश्च मन्तव्यश्च बुद्धिश्च बोद्धव्यं च अहंकारश्च अहंकर्तव्यश्च चित्तं च चेतयितव्यश्च तेजश्च विद्योतीयश्च स प्राणश्च विदारयति एवं. Meaning what? All the things, they go back to the Paramatma. What is all these things? Be attentive. One example will make it clear. The Pancha Tanmatras, like the Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. So the Tanmatra of the space is Shabda. It is said only Shabda, not word. Shabda. Shabda is non-specific sound. See? But then, sa, re, ga, ma, specific sounds. Where we are lost? We are lost in specific sounds. So when we come back to our divine nature, worldly objects are specific. They are dropped. We come to the sense organs. What is the sense organ? I have the vision. Vision does not have any color, any form, any shape, any size. So the objects are dropped. We come back to the sense organs. Then sense organs are dropped. We come back to the mind. Then mind is dropped, meaning what? Raga Dvesha is given up. Then we come to the buddhi, intellect. Then we drop the buddhi and arrogance and I know is also dropped. In this manner, slowly, slowly, whatever can be rejected is slowly rejected and ultimately we come to a point which cannot be rejected. That aheyam, anupadeyam tattva is our divine nature. This is exactly what happens every time we go to sleep. But we do not know this is happening. Therefore, ignorant people's meditation is a sleep, and wise people's sleep is meditation. You must have seen many people sit for meditation and then they have got different mudras. What is that? That is jhatka meditation. Because sleep is overpowering. And wise people, they are sleeping and yet their meditation is not destroyed. They are talking, but their mauna is not destroyed. They are enjoying, but they are not becoming the bhogi. They are sleeping, but they are still awake. Because they have gone beyond the limitations of these upadhis. Like, simple example, like an actor on the stage. He knows he is not a Chhatrapati Shivaji. But how he acts there, lot of clothes, everything is tied down here, so to make him fat. Otherwise, he is the agarbatti. See? And he comes and gives beautiful dialogue and all that. And after that drama is over, he has to go to the green room. And thereafter, that child or the boy in the green, hey Shivaji, utar kapde. Imagine. That time, will he feel insulted? No, no. Exactly the same way. Whatever we have to do it perfectly like an actor on the stage. But remember, you are only acting. Don't get involved. See, no, I love you so much. Without you, I cannot live. Then die. No, I die. I can't die. See? You want, this is what I told you. My whole spiritual practice is learning from you. You are my gurus. In Warsaw, it happened many years before. There was one police officer, a good friend of mine, and he was maybe in his mid-40s. One day he came in the morning from somewhere, 4 o'clock in the morning. Before entering his house, on the path only, he fell down and died. So morning walkers, they say, what happened? So they saw he was dead. So naturally all other formalities were, his wife was called and everything. And thereafter, when I went to see him, started crying, Swamiji, now what will happen? Their son was very miserable. Young boy, maybe about 10th standard. He became angry so much with me as if I have killed him. Swamiji, he was considering you guru, what you have done? Why did you allow him to die? See, your mind is out. And then he started shouting, frustrated. I said, I'll come again. Now I am in a hurry. I went after 2 months. Then I said, now talk. Do you know what you are talking? You are not talking one word about your father and his death. You are talking about, now what will happen to us? Mummy doesn't know anything. She is illiterate. She has never gone to bank. Now we are 3. My youngest sister is hardly 4, 5 years. And who will look after us? And I am not yet in earning. And I don't know where is the bank account. We know nothing. And so, what will happen to us? I said, now, are you through? Yes. Now tell me. Imagine your father was promoted as the chief of the security of the President of India. You will feel miserable or happy? You will feel happy because he is promoted. Exactly the same way, your father is promoted to something higher in life. But your attention is not on your father. You are so stinkingly selfish. What will happen to me? You also die. See, friends. And therefore we suffer in life. Come back to yourself. So when such things are happening, then you should go and do the natak. Yes, it should not happen. That's it. If you go to Punjab, Punjab is extremely professional. There you get the ladies for crying when somebody dies. And they are rates. If you pay 100 rupees an hour, then they'll be crying slowly, oh, kya ho gaya, like that. But if you want to really pathetic presentation of the love for the dead one, then you have to pay more, 500 rupees per hour. And then they'll be rolling on the floor. Satisfied. Mara. Friends, it's just a drama. Don't get too much involved in this world. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pradishtitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahma dvayam asmeham. Our life is bhavana pradhan. Bhagavan says, nasti buddhi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, na bhavayataha shanti, ashantasya kutas sukham. It's only our bhavana. that I am very beautiful, I am very handsome, I am very intelligent, I am very successful, I am very lucky, I am very unfortunate. Only bhavana, nothing else. So if you are only doing bhavana, why don't you do this bhavana? Aham brahmasmi. नहीं नहीं मैं कैसा हो सकता हूँ पापो हम पाप कर्मा गो टू हेल. If we cannot respect ourselves, can anybody respect us? If we are not happy with ourselves, can anybody be happy with us? See, friends, therefore, don't go, to the saying, go to the temple and Krishna, 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 Krishna. That is the reason why I like Bhagavan Krishna is for this reason. You may talk, he doesn't listen to you, he is busy with his Radha. बोलने दो उनको. We'll have our own time. Constantly begging? No. Bhagwan Ram suffers maximum. Everybody is eating his head. Ram, 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 Ram. He tells, yes, what you want, my dear. But who listens to him? He is talking to you from within. And I told you how he talks. When we are doing something, we all come across two options. Should I or should not I? And if we are not overpowered by our likes and dislikes, but we are guided by what is right and wrong, then understand God is experienced by us. Therefore, slowly, slowly, all these faculties go back, and thereafter the Upanishad continues, Esha hi drashta, sprashta, shrota, grata, rasayita, manta, buddha, karta, vijnanatma, purusha, sa pare, akshare, atmani, sampradishtate. Now see, the same, be attentive, same electricity, in the bulb, light. But in the electricity, there is no light. The same electricity, in the fan, a magnetic field. In electricity, there is no magnetic field. The same electricity, in a heater, heat. Electricity doesn't have heat. All these things can be seen. Heat, color, form, smell can be experienced. Can we experience the mind? Mind has, why go to mind? Go to sense organs. Can we imagine what is the color and the form of the vision? We all have vision. Therefore, all this go back. So this is the technique. When obsession about the world is reduced, we come to the sense organs. When slavery to the sense organs is dropped, we come to the mind. When our personal likes and dislikes are discarded, we come to the wisdom. And when the wisdom is surrendered at the divine feet, we are happy with ourselves. And he who is happy with himself is also happy with the world. See? Therefore, the same Paramatma alone becomes everything. Like the common example I have been giving so many times. The same man becomes the son, the husband, the father. And who are suffering and enjoying? These three entities who never existed. One young couple came, and husband was telling, Swamiji, tell my wife at least, I am elder than her, she should respect me, my age. I said, I take her side, not yours. Why? I said, because she gives me food, you don't give me food. Then I said, look here, did you get married one after another or together? You got married together. Problem is not between the man and the woman. The problem is between husband and the wife. Then I said, how many years you are married? 15 years. I said, another 4 years you will suffer. Why 4 years? 15 years, teenagers, they fight. After 19 years of marriage, then you will come to discover, pahli theek thi. See, friends, the day you discover this, that those who are miserable, they are nowhere. These non-existing entities are suffering. See? Therefore, he alone becomes everything. Drashta, when he expresses through the eyes, he becomes the seer. Sprashta, he becomes the toucher. Shrota, hearer. Grata, smeller, etc. He alone, then Bodha, Karta, knower, the doer, Vijnanatma, the I, Purushaha, he becomes somebody, and all of them, Pare Akshare Atmani Sampradishtate. All of them are ultimately supported by this absolute truth that we are. This thought you see reflected in Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter. 15th chapter you study deeply. That is the essence of everything. There is nothing more that you require to know beyond 15th chapter of Gita. When Bhagavan says that Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I am the very substratum of everything. And from me only waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi sprouts. And therefore, sarvaihi vedahi ahameva vedya. What is worthy of knowing is who is this I, who is supporting everything. Waker cannot support the dream because he is not in the dream. Waker and the deep dreamer, they cannot support the deep sleep because they are not in the deep sleep. The deep sleeper cannot support the waking or the dream because he is not in the waking and the dream. Who is supporting? This statement, I had a good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who can make this statement? This statement cannot be made by waker, dreamer or deep sleeper. This statement is made by the one who was in the waking without becoming a waker, who was in the dream without becoming a dreamer, who was in the deep sleep without becoming a deep sleeper. See? Mattaha, from me only, smriti, dream, jnanam, waking, apohanam, deep sleep, chakara, samadhi. From me only, like the mushrooms, they sprout, remain, and again go back. Therefore, eva he is the same one reality becomes everything, and pare akshare atmane sampradishtate. All of them are ultimately abiding in the absolute self. Paramevaksharam pratipadyate sa yo havai tat achayam ashariram alohitam shubhram aksharam vedayate yastu somya sa sarvajnyaha sarvo bhavati tadesha shlokaha. Now what is the ultimate? Ultimate is this. Parame akshare evam pratipadyate. All of these expansion goes back to the self. The teacher says, Yo Veda, he who knows, what he knows, tad achayam. Achaya means that which does not have the shadow. What doesn't have the shadow? First day, I told you the experiment. Remember that experiment? Did you do it at home? I am happy. See? Take the matchstick, lit it, keep it near the wall, let there be light, and see on the wall. You will not get the shadow of the flame. And the stick, you will get only the shadow of the stick. See the funny part. Flame is having light but no shadow. And stick has only shadow, no light, yet there is a shadow. Exactly the same way. Achayam. There is none other than me. See? Sun is the chaya, reflection of the man in the father. The husband is the reflection of the man in the wife. The father is the reflection of the man in the child. has he become three. And who are miserable? These three non-existing entities. If you take this even today, you have done a lot of favor to yourself. See, friends, but we get so much involved unnecessarily in this thing. Don't get involved beyond limits. Whatever you have to do, do it happily and forget about it. Don't unnecessarily block your memory. So, tat achayam, then ashariram. Ashariram means shiryamanatvat shariram. That which is subject to disintegration is called a sharira. See? Everything in this world is in a process of disintegration and end. There is one principle which has never changed. So when we talk oldies, when we are children, see, all the time talking about the body. But we don't learn. The childhood body has gone, the teenage body has gone, the middle-aged body has gone. Nothing happened to us. Therefore, when you stop bringing your past in the present, then alone we are working on the spiritual path. Otherwise, the same way, you must be knowing also. It's okay among the Grahasthas. Babaji also do the same thing. See? गुरु भाई, गुरु बहन, गुरु माता, गुरु पत्नी. गुरु पत्नी होती है क्या? Don't get lost in that. Ekameva dvitiya. Don't create relations in this world. Non-relational existence is the truth. See? Therefore, ashariram. And all the relations happens only with reference to the body identification. See? Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, in the deep sleep, tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. Where is the father, mother? Nobody is there. Because there is nobody, there is happiness. That is why I rightly said, nobody is happy. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. Therefore, friends, ashariram alohitam. Alohita means no specialities, no visheshata. Lohit is red. No action, activities, no redness, no rajoguna, and shubhram, and therefore at peace with itself. See? Like out of the white light, the vibgyor pattern of lights come out. In the same manner, out of that one reality, this expansion of the objective world comes out. Aksharam naksharati, that which is never subject to destruction. Yaha sobhya vedayate. Hey, my dear disciple, he who comes to know this, comes to experience this, sa sarvadnyaha sarvo bhavati. He has attained fulfillment in life. Vedaisya sarvai ahameva vedyaha. And then ultimately, etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyascha bharata. Krutakritya is fulfillment. Fulfillment is no loose ends left behind. How important it is. Like an actor, he does his job, gets his payment. ये ड्रामा का कितना 125 रुपए, 125 बहुत कम हो जाता है, देखो कितने लोग आ गए, ठीक है 135 ले लो. All these people who are acting, do you think they are well paid? Hardly they get anything. In the same manner, do your job beautifully, perfectly, enjoy in doing that, and get out. Don't get entangled anywhere. So, yaha sarvadnyaha sarvo bhavati. Two aspects. Sarvadnyaha, knowledge. Sarva is the matter. Now, these two principles I told you. According to Vedanta Shastra, Brahma is abhinna nimitta upadan karan. Upadan karan means material cause. Like the clay is the material cause of the pot, and the pot maker is the efficient cause. So both of them, the matter is Paramatma, and the controller of the matter is also Paramatma. See, our Mundukopanishad, belonging to the same Veda, tells यथोर्णनाभि सृजते गृह्णते च यथा पृथिव्याम ओषधय संभवन्ति यथा सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि तथा क्षरात् संभवति विश्वम. How beautifully it is brought out. See, यथा सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि. From a living person, the dead hair come out. And yatha pruthivyam, from the inert earth, the living plants come out. And like the spider is both the material supply for the construction, the designer, the labor, and also the one who is constructing and also living in that. Everything is one in the same manner. This whole world is an expansion of this one reality. Therefore, yaha sarvadhyaha sarvo bhavati. That is why in our religion, Sanatana Dharma, when we touch the stone, we are touching Bhagavan. When we are touching tricolor, we are not touching India. Because tricolor is our political imagination. Today there are 3 colors. Tomorrow we don't know. There may be many. Who knows? It is not a material cause of India. It is only a symbol. But when we take to the Shivalinga, it is not just a stone. But when you are touching the Shivalinga, you are directly touching Bhagavan. And therefore, in the 10th chapter, Bhagavan has given so many vibhutis, 72 of them, not 1 or 2. See, friends, this Adi Daivik principle in the Adi Bhautik world is recognized only in our Sanatana Dharma. And therefore, Saha Sarvadhyaha Sarvo Bhavati. He is one with everything. There is no differentiation about it. Tadesha Shlokaha. Now there is a shloka about this. Vijnanatma saha devaischa sarvaihi prana bhutani sampratishtanti yatra tadaksharam vedayate yastu somya sa sarvadhyaha sarvameva visheti. Hey Somya, oh my dear student, he who knows this, what he knows, Vijnanatma. Vijnanatma means what is the meaning of Jiva? Be very clear about this. What is the meaning of husband? Is husband an object? Man, limitations of the wife, and the limited expressions of the man through the limitations of the wife, these 3 factors together is called a husband. See, get this point, very important it is. After having studied Prashnopanishad or any Upanishad, if you still go with that head, if I die, what will happen next life? Nothing will happen. First of all, you die to sahi. We are waiting for that. See, take simple example. When we are given some data and we have to solve that thing. Suppose one child asked me this question, class 10 or 11. His mother told, Swamiji knows everything you ask. No, I am 0 in mathematics. I even cannot count the currency notes properly. If I count 10 times, there will be 10 different figures will come. So, the child asked, Swamiji, this is the question. What is the question? There is a water tank. It has got 3 openings. One is inlet, one is outlet, one is overflowing. So we close the overflowing and then we close the outlet, and when the empty tank is filled by putting the water inside through the inlet, it takes 45 minutes. Okay. And after filling the tank fully, then you stop the inlet, and if you open the tank, it gets emptied in 35 minutes. Now if the tank is empty and both the outlet and inlet are simultaneously open, how much time it will take to fill in the tank? I said, you are doing wrong. Why? Don't waste water. But their question was, the unknown has to be known, is it not? Same way, if I am not the body, then who am I? You don't know. You are a jiva. And we, like a dumb, accept that I am a jiva. Only in Vedanta you get this. Now define what is the jiva. See? So when we supply or write the answer, suppose it will take X minutes. We will not get the marks for that. We have to establish the value of X. Exactly. If someone who is experiencing good or bad things, he is not the body, he is not the sense organ, then who is he? He is jiva. And we accept. Now find out who is the jiva. See? And the jiva is miserable. And where is he? He is nowhere. See? The more you recognize this, you will never, even if you try, you cannot become miserable. See? Therefore, we said here, Vijnanatma. What is the meaning of jiva? Jiva, saha devaischa sarvaihi. And how the faculties, various kinds of faculties, Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, as well as the mind, how they function, prana, bhutani, all the pancha pranas and pancha mahabhutas, sampratishtanti yatra, where they are supported, tadaksharam vedayate yastu somya. He who knows that all of them are supported by this one akshara tattva, he who is abiding in that, then sa sarvajnaha, sarvameva visheti. He is fulfilled in his life. There is nothing to know. The quality of such a mind, if we have to understand, has three qualities: quiet, alert, and vigilant. Mind is quiet from its own source, no reactions. But that doesn't mean it is dumb. Why? Too much quiet. No. Non-reactionary mind. Quiet. Alert, absolutely available to what is happening around. And vigilant. Is the mind reacting or responding? If these three things are consciously worked on, see, quiet, alert, and vigilant, he will come to know. Tadaksharam vedayate yastu somya sa sarvajnaha sarvameva visheti. He is one with the totality. See? For him, although the perception of otherness is seen, yet he will not be influenced by the perception of otherness. See? Seeing something other is not a problem. But how do we interact with that otherness? If the otherness is recognized as enemy, we will react. If otherness is recognized as our own, we will be attached. Both of them are the same problem. Whether you react as an enemy or you are attached as your own person. See? There was one Gujarati lady in Kerala. Morning, 4 o'clock, she used to give me tea. And she told me, Swamiji, I give you tea in the morning, 4 o'clock. And to my son also, I give him coffee because he's studying for his 12th standard. So I am giving to both of you. Now, I don't know what exactly is, how to understand what I have to understand. I said, now, one, you love both of us. You love your son, you love me also. But your love for your son is attachment, asakti. Your love for me is not asakti. Because when I go, you will be happy. Thank God, Swamiji. But when your son will get married to someone whom you don't want, then you will see, as if I said exactly the same thing happened. See? So whenever she says, Swamiji, your curse has come true. See, friends. Therefore, the only way is come back home. That's it. All other things are okay in their own place. Thereafter, the Panchama Prashna, the fifth question comes. Athahainem Shabya Satya Kama Papracha Sayo Havai Tad Bhagavan Manusheshu Pranayam Omkaram Abhidhasyati Kadamam Vayasakena Lokam Jayati. Now there is the sadhana wherein people do the sadhana of Omkar sadhana. Om, Om, Om. Now, when they do this Om sadhana, what is the destination that they reach? What is their attainment in their life? This is what is the question. So we'll have to understand what is the meaning of Om. And then the sadhana is done with one matra, two matras, three matras, and all these things put together will give us a clear picture about what is the destination that we have to reach through the spiritual practice. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. मैं आता हूँ सेकंड फ्लोर फिर मैं कपिल को ले आता हूँ साथ में कपिल माय फ्रेंड वो कपिल हाँ उसको ले जाता हूँ साथ में तो वहीं अपने इसमें ठीक है दो के ले आना so that इसको देना जरा I won't come over later. Go ahead. छाया हुआ हूँ लेके जाओ ना
मम्मी देख